Hello, my podcast family. It is your podcaster, Helen, coming to you today on this fabulous Sunday evening. I am doing what? Sitting on my front porch because I podcast from my front porch. And I love podcasting from my front porch. It gives me just a sense of peace. And I always tell you, sometimes you may hear kids in the background playing, you may hear cars passing by, you may hear neighbors even chatting in the background. But we here at Helen's podcast is a wonderful and transparent podcast, and we are real. And so you may hear these noises, and I hope that they don't offend you hearing these noises, but this is real life over here at Helen's podcast. So today I just wanted to come and podcast on this beautiful Sunday because sometimes I get a little stagnant and I don't podcast. But today I was trying to come up with a topic to podcast, and it just hit me, just podcast, just talk about life in general. It doesn't have to be a specific topic. We're going to talk about just whatever hits us and moves us to be able to bring something positive with light, love, and positivity to you today on this Sunday. So today is just a wonderful day. We're heading into the holiday season. In a couple of days, it'll be November 1st. And definitely, once November hits, you might as well say you're in the podcast. You're in the holiday season because it's November. You start thinking about buying things for Christmas and fixing up your home, whether it be a house, an apartment, a mobile home. You could live in, an efficiency, whatever you live in, it doesn't matter, as long as if you celebrate the holidays, because some religions don't, you enjoy life and you enjoy your holiday season. So with that being said, today I went out and I went to the dollar store. I love the dollar store. The dollar store ain't the dollar store no more, let me tell you. The dollar store glued in that a dollar ain't a dollar. Because now everything at the dollar store is $1.25. So I'm going to need them to hurry up and change that sign from Dollar Tree to Dollar Tree and more, because it's not just Dollar Tree anymore. That stuff is getting to be expensive in the dollar store. Everything is like $1.25, so they're getting that 25 cents on top of taxes now, so it's really expensive to me, because when you go to a dollar store, you might just have like $10, and $10 normally back in the day in a dollar store would carry you a long way. Not anymore, honey. I went on a Christmas aisle today in the dollar store. They had a $3 and a $5 aisle in the dollar store. Yeah, Dollar Tree. With the little tree. That old tree ain't right. That old tree got some serious inflation to it now. And I was like, really? I saw the pretty little Christmas stuff, and I was like, oh my God, is this $1? No, it's not. It was like $3 and $5. And I was like, the Dollar Tree done lost his mind, because the name of the Dollar Tree make you go there. The Dollar Tree. But now they're going to have to change the name from the Dollar Tree to the Dollar Tree and more, because I'm finna go on legal Zoom on them. So I'm disturbed that the Dollar Tree is the Dollar Tree and more now. And honey, when I tell you that I'm disturbed about that, I am so disturbed about that, because you look to go in a dollar store and you look to spend like $1 for something, and now it's more than $1. So with that being said, I'll leave the Dollar Tree alone. But the Dollar Tree is expensive. They had some good stuff on the $3 and $5 aisle, and they put all the dollar stuff that would normally be in the whole store on the dollar aisle. So now I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way about the Dollar Tree. So with that being said, it is just an amazing, awesome Sunday. I'm having an amazing time. I'm enjoying my life, and I'm living it to the fullest. I never let anything get me down to the point where I will not live my life and enjoy life. Life is short. You see a lot of people dying early. You're seeing a lot of people just not living life. You're seeing a lot of mass shootings. It's a lot going on out here. And I'm just not going to let it affect me. I'm going to continue to live and enjoy my life because it matters. And so with that being said, I want to know what you did this Sunday. What did you cook this Sunday? Did you cook a nice meal this Sunday? Did you cook something that was over the top, or did you cook the bare minimum? Well, I'll tell you what I cooked. I cooked some salmon fried and some mashed potatoes, and I cooked some macaroni and cheese and string beans, which was delicious, and I enjoyed it. Why? Because I'm enjoying life. Life is short. And like I said, that this episode would not be on a specific topic. It might be on several different topics, but it's just a podcast. And that's what we do over here at the podcast. We talk, we bring light, love, and positivity, and we try to uplift you. I mean, you might have some thoughts on the dollar store. I was disturbed with the dollar store today when I thought, oh my God, this is such a cute rug. And when I thought, wow, you're about to get this for $1.25. Because remember, they had 25 cents to that dollar. No, it was $5. And I was like, wow, now we don't even have a dollar store. The world has left. The world is messed up. We got a dollar store. The dollar store is now charging $3 or $5 for different items. And I'm disturbed because it's the Dollar Tree. So we're just living in a different era, time, and realm now. And we just have to be a little bit more mindful on how we spend our money, because things are very expensive now. And I just don't know what the government is doing. But the government needs to get it together, because you have some Americans that's still not making 3 times the income that they need to make to survive in life. And so that means that puts them in the poverty level. And when you're in the poverty level, that is hard when you're trying to make it. We all have been in the poverty level because it's just hard out here. And when you work, and if it's not 2 people in the household that's paying bills and doing and splitting things, and you can have extra, it can be really hard. And so I say that the government needs to do better with giving different incentives to households that make under $100,000. They need to do better with giving more stimulus. I think if you make less than $100,000 twice a year, you should receive a stimulus check. And I think that would kind of help offset the cost of stuff, because you may be able to take and pay your rent with that stimulus check, and that will give you a month up. And it will really help. And so this is a great idea that I'm podcasting about, because I have no problem writing Congress, my local representatives in my area, mayors or whatever, so that they can present these ideas to Washington. Because I think if you make less than $100,000, you should receive a $2,000 or a $5,000 stimulus check twice a year, once every 6 months. I swear that will help us make it, because Americans are falling short. We are looking like a poverty country, and they say America was just enough. How Donald Trump say, "Make America great again." Shit, we need some help with America. This podcast. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but this podcast is all over the place. Seems like it's not. I'm going to need them to give us $5,000 in January. I'm going to need them to give us $5,000 in June, because we need that so we can pay bills and get caught up, and we can live like some of these other countries like China and all these other countries that's rich, because America is just like so awesome, but families are suffering. So I hope this podcast, I'm going to send an episode of this to Joe Biden and to Jill Biden and to President Barack Obama, our former president, which I loved, and Michelle, because I think that would be a great idea to give Americans $5,000 in January, or $5,000 once you file your taxes. If you got under $100,000, you'll get an extra $5,000 credit on your taxes. And then in June, they would know that you made less than $100,000. Hi, how are you? Then in June, they would know that you made less than $100,000 and you would get another $5,000 credit. I think that would be a definitely good way to get Americans back on their feet and up and running, because we need it. Everybody needs it. It's hard out here. Groceries is astronomical. This is the third topic of this podcast, groceries. I go in the grocery store, and I used to go to Kroger, and they used to have my favorite rice. I love that little cheese rice from Rice-A-Roni, and it used to be 10 for 10. That means $1 for 10. Now, that Rice-A-Roni that I love is 3 for 5. Wow, inflation has just rose that much. So when I'm saying that we really need help in America, we really need help in America, not just America, all over the place. So depending on what your the debt level is in different countries, you can raise it or you can lower it. If they make more, then lower it. If they make less, up it. Because we need some help out here. It's tough, especially if you're a single parent raising kids and you got to take care of the kids plus work and pay your bills. You need that $5,000 extra on your taxes when you file your taxes if you're under. And in June or July, when that rolls around, you get that other $5,000 credit. That would definitely help Americans out. So just put that in your thought pattern. Whoever listened, write your local congressman, write Washington, do what you need to do to help us be able to survive and to stay afloat and get some money in our savings account. God forbid something was to happen. So with that being said, I would ask you, did you remember to check on somebody today? Whether it be a friend, a neighbor, a coworker, a homeless person on the street, a clerk in the store. Did you remember to ask them how they were doing today? That could be the difference in them venting to you and saving a life. It matters how you treat people. We need more kindness because we see so much negativity. We need more kindness in the world. So with that being said, this is it for me. I know this episode seemed like it was a little all over the place, but sometimes we need all over the place, because talking about the extra money from the government twice a year for Americans would definitely help us out. And we're going to need them to get that together, because it's tough out here for everybody. And if you make less than 100, you should get that extra 5 when you file your taxes, and they know you make less than 100. And because it's that year, that in June, end of June, July, you should get that next $5,000. So we need to put that in the ear of our congressmen, our local officials, mayors, aldermen, whoever representing us, that we are taking our time to go out to the polls and vote for. We need to put that in their ear so that they can put it in the ear of the people that it needs to be in, so that we can get this as Americans. Because these other countries are giving their people way more than Americans getting. So that was my thought today. And I just wanted to say, this is Helen from Helen's Podcast. We're bringing light, love, positivity, and any innovative ideas that we can throw out, we want to throw them out. That's going to help everyone, not just one person, everyone. And that credit will definitely help us. So until next time, this is Helen from Helen's Podcast. You have a wonderful evening. Bye.